Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Welcome back to the TMZ Podcast. Charlie Neff here.
Brad Appleton here.
Courtney here.
Lauren here.
All right, we're going to get right into it. Happy Friday, everybody. We're going to start off with the ultimate side hustle probably for the whole year. And I know the year is almost over, but this is insane. So Stephanie Matto, she's from 90 Day Fiancé. She's got a new side hustle where she is selling her farts in a jar. And we actually spoke to her.
Just wait. You said that way too casually.
I know. Like it was like nothing.
Her
official
gas
report.
in a jar that she's sending out.
You act like she was selling like phone cases.
Yeah.
Like, no.
How much do you guys think your fart in a jar would go for?
Oh, mine are gold because it's like if you're gonna, it's rare, and when it happens and you catch it, gold.
Well,
it's like an exclusive.
She is selling her farts in a jar for $1,000 a pop, and we actually spoke to her, and here's what she had to say.
I've been getting requests for farting videos and fart-scented underwear, jars of farts for many months now, ever since I launched my new platform, Unfiltered, which is a not safe for work friendly subscription site. When you factor in time, money for shipping, handling, food, everything else, it's about almost $100,000. It has taken a little bit of a toll on my body because there was one day that I ate so many Fiber One bars that I thought I was going to go to the emergency room. I will keep doing this as long as it remains lucrative and something healthy for me, both emotionally and physically.
So she was talking about the food that makes her poop, not the food that like people like were requesting to be like, oh, I wanted to smell like prunes or something.
Yeah.
Right.
She's got a
meant.
signature scent.
Stuff with loaded with fiber, obviously, that helps things move.
She's been eating beans, yogurt,
Does she
obviously
put this
fiber
job
bars.
title on her tombstone? Like,
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
You definitely keep it
Fart-
off your resume,
Fart
though.
Like,
queen.
how do you? I just.
Well, it's interesting because, and what we should have asked is exactly what the process is in
Yeah.
collecting. Like, does she do one big one and scoop the little
Yeah.
ones
It's
out of
probably
there?
like a balloon, you know, where
Yeah.
you like want just like a little bit to go through,
That's
like a
good,
balloon
yeah.
type.
Well,
You
that's
almost
one
sound
thing
like
that
you've
you.
done this.
I know.
You
Well,
guys
that's
new
what I
side
was thinking.
hustle.
You would probably want her used underwear more because if it's a jar,
Ew, Courtney.
But
No,
no,
because the
saying
underwear-
it's
it'll
the
sit in the
It
underwear.
It
It'll-
lasts longer. The jar's a one-time sniff, right?
So what she said that she does is she actually puts a couple rose petals in the jar because she felt like the rose petals
Oh, your
will latch
roses really
on.
smell like poo-poo. It's
Yeah.
an Outcast song.
they I guess somehow rose petals are known for taking in the scent, right? And that's why she said she does it, is because it absorbs the scent.
But
Oh my
I
God, the
imagine
roses
it
are just like all
Does
brown
she
by the
have
time
a-
it gets to
Ew.
it. It's so gross.
Burn.
What does she have a team or does she collect on her own?
all her own. This is her own side hustle.
That's why she's so exhausted.
Yeah,
But look,
It's
I mean,
so
she could go 10 different ways with this thing. If she wanted to customize them, maybe she
Mhm.
could take food requests. You know, it's like
Oh my
Bean
God.
Chili Night
Yeah.
edition. And,
She can start recording the sound of it too. You know how like there's fart
Oh.
machines? That could be like a new technology advancement for her.
She could do like a holiday special where it's like eggnog farts.
no,
Yeah.
it's
in a
Brandon
jar.
the fart.
Yep.
I don't-
Yep.
How much money would you guys do it for?
Oh,
How much
you
would
can't
I
pay
do
me.
it for
Yeah.
or pay for one?
No, do it for. Like if
You
someone
would buy one, Brad?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I was gonna say no to that.
No,
Okay.
no, but y'all not curious though? Like when you open it,
$500
do you?
for that? Like, sure.
I just
I
say-
don't know if it
Like,
really
why do I
smells like
care?
anything. Like I just
Yeah.
want to know if it really smells like
It
something.
definitely smells like something.
How?
the
How?
gas
y'all?
gets trapped.
whose
it's gas.
fart would you want to smell?
Ew.
Besides Michael B. Jordan, because I
No,
feel like that's
I'm
up
over
on your
him. I'm
list.
over him. Y'all know who my
Oh,
new
wow.
boo is.
Oh,
Don't
Kofi?
people
Yeah.
don't people usually just only like their own fart smell?
I have no. I don't
well,
like
apparently
any.
not, Charlie, because we're talking about someone else's and people pay for it. So
So much money.
I will say that one time someone reached out to me and he said that he would offer me $7,000 for photos, or I'm sorry, for a video of my feet. I did
Seven-
No,
consider
I would
it.
have did that, girl. I would have been
But-
like, "Where you want him on the beach?"
I know.
While I walk into work.
But
at
here's the
grocery
thing, you
store.
guys-
Bad. I
They-
only got offered 100 for my feet. Not
I
for
got
That's
offered
really-
300.
But here's the problem with the feet
Nobody
video.
offered
They
nothing.
want your feet in motion, like rubbing
Yeah.
on things, like your feet curving, and like that's just too much for me.
Well, drink a
Charlie,
glass.
you do
Drink a
that
glass
anyway.
of
When
wine.
you go to sleep, you don't like rub your feet together. Just catch you while you're on.
Or
Shoot,
you know what?
girl.
Maybe I could just stage my boyfriend's feet and just say that was my feet.
Ooh,
I think
that'd
that
be their last customer.
All right. Well,
so ridiculous.
yeah, farts in a jar, everybody.
Really switching gears because this is a story that surprised, I think, a lot of people, and especially given all the publicity around this guy right now. Chris Noth, who a lot of people know. Yeah, Mr. Big from Sex and the City. He's in the reboot, or was in the reboot, I should say, and Just Like That. There were a couple women in a report this morning that have leveled sexual assault allegations against him. It's two separate women who say, look, we decided to come forward with our story because we saw that he's been getting this attention in the new reboot, and it kind of triggered our experiences with him. The first woman was back in 2004, where she says that he forcibly raped her at his apartment in Los Angeles. The other woman, semi-similar story. It was in 2015 where she says, hey, look, we met. I was a waitress. He asked me out one night. We were supposed to grab dinner, which only turned into drinks. We went back to his apartment. Same sort of thing happened.
And these two women don't know each other at all, correct?
That according to the report. So this was a report by the Hollywood Reporter who spoke with both of these women. They said the woman in 2004 did go to the hospital. Police were called there, but she didn't say the name of her attacker. She was afraid she wouldn't be believed. The woman in 2015 did not report it to police, but both kind of have witnesses and friends who have corroborated. I remember she called me when this happened. You know,
and we've seen so many times like men of power take advantage of girls, and like because they think that they're so famous that automatically everyone wants to have sex with them, and that is just not the case.
Well, and I could definitely see how his like popularity again would trigger them, because everyone was like, no, not Mr. Big, how can they kill the character? He's like one of the most beloved people. And hearing that, and all those people like cheering for him, that would be like repulsive.
And look, the thing is with something like this, if a police report isn't made or there's no evidence, it very much turns into a he said, she said. Right. Now, for his part, he came out and adamantly denied this. He said, accusations against me made by individuals I met years, even decades ago, are categorically false. That is a line I did not cross. The encounters were all consensual. It's difficult not to question the timing of these stories coming out. I did not assault these women.
So he did say that he did meet with them, though.
Yeah.
So he never denied not knowing them.
He said it was consensual.
I guess I just wonder, like, why, and I know this might come off as like, this is not victim shaming. My question is, why didn't they come out during the Me Too movement when there was so much support during that time, and a lot of people were going after like big actors and big people in the entertainment industry when it was really supported?
Because sometimes you just want to put it behind you and like not think about it, and then when something does come up, it triggers you, and like you can't help your emotions when you've been put in that situation.
And I think during that time too, it was like, I feel like a lot of those stories, although they were powerful at the time and they made movement, some of them got lost in the shuffle of like there were so many stories and everybody
ranging from all over the
like
place.
Literally like so many different stories happening. So I think I don't know, like right now to me is a good time because there's so much focus on him, and like we will really remember the accounts of these women because they're so similar.
Well, and Peloton removed the ad, right, that he just did with Ryan Reynolds. They pulled it down.
Right. So, I mean, it's been long enough where there's no spoiler. Well, it is a spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but the Mr. Big character.
Or listen to our podcast because we talked about it.
Was exercising on a Peloton. He came off the Peloton and suffered a heart attack and died on the show just a few minutes later. Peloton teamed up with him, did a fun little advertisement, and now they have since pulled that ad after these allegations came out.
Yeah. So I had the question of like when because I'm a really big fan of Sex and the City. So for me, when I heard this news today, I'm like, did they kill him off so fast because they knew this news was coming and they wanted to separate it? But then I'm like, why would they
said
follow
they were
up?
Triggered by this.
Yeah, but then I'm like, why would they follow up with the whole like Peloton followed up with the ad, and like Sex and the City kind of like played into it. I'm like, why would they continue?
You got to
to
remember
too,
they didn't film this stuff last week.
Right.
This is months
a while
and months ago.
Right.
So it was before this stuff even came to light.
It's super sad. Hopefully, I don't know. So like, what can happen? Are they like going to go to court? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the process now?
Look, the case from 2004, that's going to be tough.
Yeah,
because
it's
limitations.
So long ago. I don't know the statute rules in LA, but nonetheless, that's going to be tough. The one in 2015, I mean, if there are witnesses and people who can corroborate what happened, and hey, she called me, she said she was really upset. If there's records of text messages, which they claim that they have between her and him, I mean, at least a civil lawsuit,
right?
If nothing criminal.
All right, let's move on. Patrick Mahomes' brother is getting a big apology from a Kansas City bar. So he went there recently and he said that he had terrible service and he took it to his Instagram.
Wait, sorry, it's Jackson, not Patrick, right?
It's Patrick
Patrick's
Mahomes' brother.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jackson Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' brother. Patrick is obviously the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's doing amazing this season, but his brother went to a bar and said that he had a horrible experience. Service was terrible. He took it to his Instagram. He has over 200,000 followers.
Oh my God.
And was complaining about the service and asking like his followers, have you guys ever had this experience here? And the actual bar retweeted on their social media that he was elite, he was a clout chaser, and just calling him out, like roasting him. But now they are completely apologizing, saying that they were completely wrong in it. And I
don't think the bar needed to apologize.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either because that is obnoxious. Like when he's doing that, and I'm wondering if they only apologize because he's Patrick Mahomes' brother,
of course.
and they're in Kansas City, so they don't want like people not to go there. They don't want Patrick to hate their bar, so they kind of had to do this, but they shouldn't have. Like Jackson Mahomes, we've seen him recently getting in all this trouble, throwing water at people at games. Like he does show like this mentality where he feels like he is elite, how they were saying in their original tweet.
If you get bad service somewhere, I feel like I've had really horrible experiences where I feel like if you choose to speak out about it or whatever,
but I want to know what his bad services
that's
was.
What I'm saying, because the way that it makes it seem is like he complained because like he just wasn't happy. It wasn't that they did anything. It was like there was nothing they could have done to satisfy them anyway. And so they responded basically like, you're entitled. Like, leave us alone. It's not our fault. We did what we needed to do. That's on you. And I think they should have stood on this. They shouldn't have apologized.
Also, I don't know
we need to say exactly what they said, though, because that's what the issue is. I mean, they
want to
were
read the whole
very
entire
snarky.
thing?
No, but I mean, the fact that they said, we are sorry we set boundaries you tried to ignore. So that kind of points to maybe they had rules, whether it was seating or, hey, here's where you can and can't sit. Maybe he didn't like that. We are sorry that you have the reach that you do, or at least that you think you do, and that instead of using it for something positive, you decided to use it to try and crush a small business.
Yeah.
I mean, they say, look, these people with big social media accounts, they can make or break a small business. He's trying to break us. So why wouldn't they fight back against him, especially if it goes to if he was doing something wrong.
My favorite thing in their tweet that they said about him was, we survived a global pandemic, we'll survive your ego.
I don't know if you guys have been to like some of these mom and pop shops recently, but they're like desperately hiring. And I went to like Coco's. Okay, don't judge me. I took my grandma there.
I don't know. No one's judging you. No one even knows what it is.
You guys are from SoCal. Okay, in SoCal, there's like this, it's like a Marie Callender's type. Do you know what Marie Callender's is?
No.
Yes,
oh, Jesus
pies.
Christ.
Marie Callender's pies.
No. I don't eat pies.
Okay, it's like
I'm a cheesecake girl.
So Coco's is like an old people kind of restaurant, okay? And I went there and literally our server was like, I'm the only person that showed up today. And she had to leave while our food was being made to go get more like receipt paper for like when you do credit cards and stuff. I was like, what the hell is happening? So a lot of these businesses are seriously struggling. And if you are adding to that struggle, you're a bad person.
Yeah. I wish they didn't walk back the comments, especially the Jackson Mahomes we've seen this season. It's like, this kid's got to chill out.
Yeah. And it makes it bad, too, for people who are using social media for the right way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be like a jerk or like an idiot because you know that you have fans that'll respond just because you're upset about something. Like, it just seems like he just used his platform.
Just when you think he couldn't be more entitled.
Yeah, I know.
Here he goes again.
Like, they might have forgot to give him like an extra napkin and he just went off. That's how it seems. Like, nothing real. But so moving on to someone else who's pretty getting dragged pretty hard in the media right now and in the public eye right now, Ben Affleck. So
oh God,
Ben Affleck, he's been putting his foot in his mouth a little bit, and now he's saying that his feelings are hurt. So he had come out, he did an interview with Howard Stern, and in that interview he talked about his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner. I was about to say Lopez. Jennifer Garner. And he talked about what they went through in their marriage and how, his drinking kind of just ruined everything.
He pretty much blamed his drinking on her.
So,
and
hold
their
on,
marriage.
That's the reason why he's being dragged right now. So he literally said that he felt like he started drinking because he was trapped. Everybody, of course, took this and said, you know what? You can't blame your demons on her. She did what she was supposed to do. She's driven you to rehab. We've seen her be supportive. That is not fair for you to do, especially in the public eye. Now, he's saying that his feelings are hurt. He was on Kimmel because there was this a whole 2-hour interview with Howard Stern, and he's saying that people in the media took that a couple snippets and turned it and took it out of context, and he's saying we love each other, we respect each other, and he would never want to drag her publicly like that. But
it wasn't out of context to me. Like, he said it.
That's the thing. I mean, it's audio that he said.
Yeah.
And, then, and I actually think we have what he said to Kimmel.
Yes, let's get into what he said.
I was really happy with it. You know, I ended the interview.
It was a great interview.
Thrilled. I thought, wow, I should do more honest, exploratory, you know, self-evaluating things. And I started seeing all this stuff come up on Twitter, and I was like, well, what is this? And I sort of researched through it and then saw that one of these websites had done the clickbait thing of like, you won't believe what he said, click on this, come to our site.
Right.
And I looked on it, and they had literally taken the conversation that I had had for 2 hours and made it seem as if I was saying the exact opposite of what I said. I had gone on and said, like, how much we respect each other and cared about each other and cared about our kids and put them first and went through our stuff. And he said that I had blamed my ex-wife for my alcoholism and that I was trapped in this marriage. Like, just made me out to be like the worst, most insensitive, stupid, awful guy.
I just think, like, I understand why people are upset, but I think that what he meant to say was, this is what was going on, and I reacted the wrong way and chose drinking, and he was trying to take accountability, but it came off like he was throwing it at Jennifer Garner.
And
you know what I mean?
That's what he should have said in the Jimmy Kimmel interview. He should have said, look, it came out horribly wrong. I just want to clarify and then say exactly what he was trying to say.
It's wrong when he says it was taken out of context, when it very much was
his own words.
They took it out of what you said,
They may have taken it out of a 2-hour interview, but to say it's taken out of context and then not explain how it's taken out of context or what you meant by that, kind of shows that that's what you said.
And then also, too, he's like, I'm so upset because my feelings are hurt because my kids are going to see this. And it's like, but you sat down and talked about it, and you were not careful with your words. So it's not the media's fault.
And let's not forget, this is the same Jennifer Garner that literally drove him in a car to rehab, which may have saved his life.
So the world was already, the world was going to already jump on her side. And people were wondering how J-Lo took all of this. She showed up to Kimmel with him. They were all smiles. So I'm assuming behind the scenes, they've had some conversations that she, I guess, understands what he meant as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's had some kind of conversation with Jennifer Garner, because she's the one that really deserves
100%.
him to, like, apologize with the flowers.
I'm sure he hasn't, probably, like, with his kids, because that was the thing that he was like, I don't care. I can be the Dunkin' Donuts meme, which is my favorite meme. And he was like, but I just get upset when my kids are brought into it. And I feel like his kids probably were hurt by it.
Yeah.
Because it's their mom.
Yeah, hopefully they can all work it out.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to last topic, which is one of my favorites because I love Gwen Stefani. So Gwen Stefani performed at the Spotify end of the year party. And Spotify, they always go really big. There was like rent really cool venues, have like crazy performances. This time they had Gwen Stefani. Well, first the USC drumline came out and they like did their whole thing. And then right after that, Gwen Stefani came out, but she performed for 45 minutes. I can't think of the last time I saw her.
It's like a full concert, basically.
You're at your Christmas party with the open bar and 45 minutes, like...
Yeah,
I want to get off the dance floor.
She has a Vegas residency. She's ready to go.
No. I'm saying it's lit. Like, that is like the perfect matchup. Like, especially when she goes into like bananas and...
Yeah, she went like,
but I would want Blake Shelton
stuff
to come out. I would like a little country in it.
Courtney.
She's
good on her own.
Though. Like you said, Charlie, she did No Doubt too, right?
Oh, she did?
Yep, Just a Girl, Hey Baby, The Sweet Escape, Spiderwebs, Holla Back Girl, Don't Speak, like literally everything.
Holla Back Girl brings back memories, y'all. Like Sidekick days.
That's one with your,
I love those days.
So was it like a Spotify like work party?
Yeah, they just had a party called A Totally Normal Party for 2021. It was basically like the end of the year party.
I mean, the best we get for work parties is like people doing drunk karaoke.
Yeah,
and
it's usually Charles.
Yeah, Charles. Charles and
not
Katie
that good of
do
karaoke.
No holiday party for us this year.
It's okay.
No.
Womp womp.
It's
We
all
did
right.
have a
You gotta
holiday
be safe.
toast, though.
Yeah.
Did you guys tune in on the holiday toast today?
I did by the
Busy
time
working.
I tried, and by the time I got on, everyone was already off.
I didn't tune in because there was nothing to toast. So
Yeah.
No, I don't
Toast
know.
to health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be a
Amen.
fun party, though. I would never get off the dance floor. Well, maybe to
Yeah.
get a drink, but other than that, you like would just like go like in rotation.
It would be fun with coworkers like Gwen Stefani, where everyone kind of knows the
Yeah.
song.
Do you
Going
think that
bananas.
Do you think that
That's
people
nice.
do like, because you know, like when you're at a party sometimes and you get like, you're having so much fun, you go up and request stuff from the DJ. You think people request stuff from her like, hey, I have this one favorite song, can you do that too? Or does she come with her own?
Oh,
Like,
she has
comes
it
with her own.
No,
preset.
it's Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
she's
she would be
ready.
offended, I
think
feel.
we have some sound from the show. I want to hear what she played.
We're
told me that I'm one of the top listening people on Spotify. Actually, they didn't say that, but I just said that just because I can, because it's my fucking show, okay? Let's go to the next level. Do you know this song? There's times when I want something more.
Oh my God, I want to crowd surf
So that
now.
I heard spiderwebs there and underneath it all. So
Do you know her songs?
Oh, yeah. You gotta know
songs.
that.
I did not know. I was like,
I thought it was the same song.
No, that was spiderwebs.
Apologies.
So good. I will say work parties can be a little awkward because like you're drinking around people that you're usually professional with, and it's kind of like a little awkward.
You get to a limit where you're like, all right, we gotta go. Like it's time to even go like find a real party.
But
like,
Gwen Stefani, I'd be like, fling my bra on the stage and just go all ham.
we can have anybody.
And that is why we're not having a Christmas party with Gwen Stefani.
Serious meeting on Monday.
But if we had a Christmas party, who would you guys want? I want Drake.
Oh,
Drake
that
would
would be
be amazing.
awesome.
I mean,
I want
Drake is
Spice
good.
Girls.
I mean, he's not coming, but
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I would want Britney, but
Oh, that would be amazing too.
Brad's soul just died.
We can dream.
I know.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. Don't forget to subscribe to the TMZ podcast. You can find it on Apple,
Spotify, Google, watch us on YouTube.
wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.